Welcome back to the deep dive.
Okay, today we're really jumping right into the core of it all.
Yeah, right back to the very beginning. We're talking about the creation of the first human, Adam.
Exactly. And our goal here is to sort of unpack these ancient sources, look at this event, not just as a creation story, but as this huge cosmic drama.
Absolutely. It's the moment that arguably establishes so much human nature, our instincts, even the whole hierarchy of knowledge in the universe.
And importantly, the origin story of defiance, of evil itself, it's
Yeah.
all packed in there.
It really is. We're diving into a narrative that sets the stage for everything that follows the command given in heaven, the uh, the choice made by one being.
And the immediate fallout, right, the consequences that shape things for Adam and all his descendants.
Precisely. And the scene starts in this incredibly stark way.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah.
The sources describe Adam initially as, well, just clay.
Right. Just this form made from clay, dry like pottery, and it's just lying there, inanimate.
For how long? The texts say tens of years. Just this empty, perfectly formed vessel waiting.
It really highlights that the physical form wasn't the main event, was it?
Not at all. The waiting makes it clear. The real value, the catalyst, is the spirit, the divine act of breathing the soul into this clay form.
And the texts are specific about how this happened.
Very specific. They say the soul began entering Adam's body through the head. That's the starting point.
Okay, let's slow down here because this animation process as the soul moves down gives us the very first human reactions recorded.
Yeah, it's fascinating. As the soul travels, the dry clay literally transforms flesh, blood, veins appearing.
But the very first conscious act, when the soul is just in the head,
Right.
what happens?
Adam sneezes.
Wow, just like that. A sneeze.
The sneeze. The moment that consciousness, that life hits, it triggers this reflex. And the angels nearby, they immediately tell him, say, Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah.
And he does.
He does. And the response comes back instantly from the Lord. May your Lord have mercy on you.
So the very first human utterance is gratitude, met immediately with divine mercy. That's quite an opening statement for humanity.
It's profound.
Yeah.
But almost immediately after this moment of connection and mercy, the narrative shifts. It shows us something else being formed, like a core instinct.
Okay, what happens as the soul continues down, say, to the abdomen?
Well, his natural disposition starts kicking in. Feelings, instincts. He sees the food of paradise laid out before him, and the instant the soul reaches his midsection, he feels this powerful desire for that food.
Okay, understandable.
But here's the crucial part. The soul hadn't reached his feet yet. He couldn't actually stand up properly.
But he still tried to get the food.
He leaped for it, or, hastened towards it. He lunged before he was fully ready, fully capable.
So this urgency, this wanting something now, even before you have the means, that seems like a built-in challenge.
That's exactly how the sources frame it. This moment establishes a fundamental trait. The human being was created of haste, impatience.
Impatience baked into the system from the start. Is that seen as purely negative?
Not necessarily just negative. It's maybe more like a key design feature for our existence, our trial. Haste pushes us, yes, but it also makes us prone to error.
Right, it demands self-control, the
Yeah.
need to manage that urge to rush things.
Exactly. Whether it's seeking knowledge, success, whatever, we have to constantly battle that internal want-it-now impulse.
So Adam is created grateful, yet inherently impatient. He's
Huh.
complete, animated. What happens next? This is where the big command comes in, right?
Yes, the command for prostration. Allah commands the angels, all of them, and Satan, Iblis, who was there among them, quite high-ranking.
Even though he wasn't technically an angel.
We'll get to that. But yes, he was included in the command. They were all told to prostrate to Adam.
As a sign of respect.
As a solemn tribute, the sources say, an honor, acknowledging this new creation, the soul, the knowledge he carried.
And the angel's response.
Immediate. Total. The text emphasizes all of them, prostrated, uncountable numbers, and not a single one refrained. It's just their nature obedience.
Pure obedience. But there's always an exception.
There is. One creature refused, Satan or Iblis.
And the text makes a point about his identity here.
Yes, it explicitly notes he was not from the angels, but from the jinn.
Okay, unpack that for us. Why is that distinction jinn, not angel, so important here?
Because jinn, unlike angels who are made of light and are inherently obedient, were created from fire and, crucially, have free will.
Ah, the capacity to choose.
Exactly. Angels don't have that choice in the same way. Their nature is obedience. Iblis, being jinn, could choose to disobey.
So his refusal wasn't just a slip-up.
Oh no, It was a conscious act of defiance rooted in arrogance. The sources describe it as terrifying, the first major act of disobedience against God in the heavens.
The audacity is hard to grasp. So God asks him directly, right? Why didn't you prostrate?
Yes. The question is very direct. What prevented you from prostrating before what I created with my own hands? Highlighting the special creation of Adam.
And Satan's answer, does he try to justify it theologically?
Not at all. It's pure, unadulterated arrogance based on material origin. He just says, I am better than he.
Wow. Straight up.
Straight up. And his justification. You created me from fire, and you created him from clay.
So he literally thought fire was inherently superior to clay.
That was his argument. Fire is bright, swift, ethereal in his mind. Clay is dull, heavy, base. He used the raw materials of creation as his basis for rank, completely ignoring the divine command itself.
That's incredibly petty, almost. The ultimate snobbery based on ingredients.
And that's presented as the absolute root of arrogance right there. Judging worth based on origin, on material, rather than character or obedience to the Creator.
It really puts pride in a different light. So the consequence for this blatant material prejudice...
It was immediate. The curse began right then. Get out, he was told. He's now an outcast, cursed until the day of judgment.
Expelled from that high status, from heaven.
Kicked out, his rank demolished instantly.
Now here's where his character really shows its wickedness, I think. He doesn't plead for forgiveness. He doesn't seem repentant at all.
Not in the slightest. He immediately pivots. He sees the situation and tries to leverage it. He asks for a delay.
He asks to be kept alive until the day of resurrection.
Exactly. Not to repent, but to pursue a vendetta. And incredibly, he's granted a reprieve, not until the final day, but until the day of the time appointed.
Okay, so he gets his delay. And what does he do with that guarantee of extended life?
He issues this incredibly bold, wicked challenge directly to God.
Starting with blame, right? He says something like, because you lured me.
Yes, blaming God for his own choice, his own arrogance, refusing any responsibility, and then he lays out his plan.
The vow to mislead humanity.
To waylay Adam's descendants, specifically on God's straight path. He's targeting believers, those trying to follow the right way.
And he gets specific about his tactics, too.
Very specific. He says, then I will come at them from before them, and from behind them, and from their right, and from their left.
Covering all the angles, basically.
All four cardinal directions. It implies a total siege strategy attacking from the future. Anxiety, doubt, the past, regret, trauma, the right, false piety, distractions from good deeds, the left, sins, temptations, every conceivable approach.
Total commitment to misguidance. But the sources point out something fascinating he didn't say, a direction he omitted.
Yes. This is crucial. He did not say he would come at them from above.
From above. Why is that significant?
Because even in his absolute peak of defiance and arrogance, he recognized a limit. He knew he couldn't interfere with a connection from above, the source of divine mercy, guidance, revelation. That channel remained untouchable.
So even Satan acknowledges a boundary, a higher power he can't obstruct directly from that vector.
It's a profound admission. He can work on our earthly horizontal plane, our psychology, our desires, our fears. But the vertical connection, the link to the divine, is beyond his reach.
That's actually strangely comforting, like a built-in safe zone. But God responds to this vow, right? He doesn't just let Satan have the last word.
No, there's an immediate counter-response. First, a limitation. Allah tells Satan he has no authority over his true, sincere servants. Devotion offers protection.
So sincerity is a shield.
It seems so. And then comes the ultimate safety net. The promise that overrides Satan's entire mission. I will forgive them as long as they seek forgiveness from me.
Mercy trumps malice, as long as people turn back.
That's the core message. And this whole exchange marks the official start of the enmity, the spiritual struggle between Satan and humanity.
Okay, so that drama unfolds. The focus then shifts back to Adam, establishing his role and status. There's a bit about greetings.
Yes, Adam is told to go greet a group of angels. He says the simple form, peace be upon you, assalamu alaikum.
And how do the angels reply?
They give the full, complete version. Peace be upon you and the mercy of Allah and his blessings. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And this becomes the standard.
Yes, God confirms. This is your greeting, Adam, and the greeting of your descendants. It sets peace, mercy, and blessings as the foundation of interaction.
Then Adam gets this incredible vision, right, of all his future descendants.
Billions upon billions of souls stretched out before him, and among them, one face shines exceptionally bright, catching his eye.
Who was that?
His descendant, David, or Dawood. the future prophet. Adam asks about him.
And learn something about his lifespan.
Yes, he learns David is destined to live only 40 years. And Adam, according to the text, was originally given a lifespan of 1,000 years.
Okay. And what does Adam do? This contrasts sharply with Satan's selfishness.
It really does. Adam asks God to grant David years from his own lifespan. He gives 60 of his years to David, bringing David's total to 100.
Wow. He literally gives away part of his own life for a descendant he's only just seen in a vision.
It's an incredible act of generosity, love, responsibility for his legacy. It shows he values connection and the well-being of his progeny over just his own allocated time.
A powerful contrast to the pride and envy we saw earlier. Now, the final piece that really cements Adam's status, even above the angels, in a way, it's about knowledge, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is the climax of his elevation. Allah teaches Adam the names of all things.
What does names mean here? Just labels.
It seems to mean much more. Understanding the essence, the function, the purpose of everything in creation, trees, animals, rivers, concepts. Deep knowledge that the angels themselves didn't possess.
So it's about mastery and understanding of the created world.
Exactly. And then comes the test.
Right. God tests the angels, asks them names of things they don't know.
And the angels, in perfect humility again, contrasting Satan, admit their limitation. Glory be to you, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us.
Complete humility, no pretense.
None. Then Adam is commanded to tell them the names.
And he does. He demonstrates this vast knowledge.
And the angels are amazed. It confirms Adam's high status. It wasn't the clay, it was the capacity for receiving and using knowledge bestowed by God that elevated him.
Knowledge as the ultimate virtue.
That's the powerful conclusion here. And with his status confirmed through knowledge, Adam is then admitted into paradise, described as a garden vast as the heavens and the earth. His creation cycle is complete.
Okay, so pulling it all together from this deep dive, we've got, what, 3 main takeaways. Human nature is complex gratitude mixed with that challenging impatience, that haste.
Right. Second, the absolute root of evil, of defiance, is identified as pride, stemming from superficial comparisons, fire versus clay, essentially judging by origin or appearance.
And third, the thing that truly elevated humanity, the greatest gift, was knowledge. The ability to learn, understand, and articulate.
Making the pursuit of knowledge almost a sacred duty, you could say. It's our defining characteristic in this narrative.
So our life's journey, in a way, is about managing that haste, resisting that kind of pride, and embracing that gift of knowledge.
Well put, using the knowledge to navigate the challenges set up right at the beginning.
So for our final thought today, let's go back to Satan's vow. He lists all the directions he'll attack from front, back, right, left, but consciously avoids above.
That crucial omission.
Yeah, so think about that specific limitation acknowledged by the source of defiance itself. If you truly internalize that there's one direction, one connection that evil fundamentally cannot block.
A channel that remains open, regardless.
What does recognizing that inviolable space, that upward connection, unlock for you personally as you try to navigate, well, everything else?
Definitely something to reflect on.
Thank you for joining us for the deep dive.